Boom! You know what time it is. It is time to listen to me cast another game of StarCraft 2. And this is going to be another video, part of my Cast It series, where I'm going to be going on to this subreddit, Cast It. Or also, if you'd like to send me replays to my email, I'll be casting those as well. But this is me casting amateur games. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break from casting Red Bull Battlegrounds. I know you all are holding on to your last breath, just waiting for the next video of that series. But I will be casting those videos later, but I thought I'd just take this opportunity to cast some amateur games, get involved in the community. I just got started and cast it, got some kind words from some nice users on there, and you know, got some good feedback too. It's much better to be interacting with people, and you know, as compared to just casting by myself and you know, doing it all alone. It's so lonely, you know, which is why it's nice, you know, interacting with other people. It's great, you know, getting involved. If you want to co-cast with me sometime, I'm always down to do that. If you'd like to have, you know, some joint cast or streams on Twitch, because I'm going to be getting my stream on Twitch up and running soon, just message me or email me or send me some type of, you know, send me a letter or throw a bottle into the sea with a note in it. Maybe I might get it. But yeah, I'd be down, always down to, you know, the joint cast. And saw another lovely game on the subreddit. It's posted by, I'm not sure which one, but it's gonna be a game between yoeFWbreaker versus Slowtoss. Slowtoss spawning as the blue Protoss at the top right hand corner, and Breaker gonna be spawning as the red Zerg in the bottom left hand spawning location. And this is gonna be played on the map Overgrowth, which, as you know, only has 2 spawning locations. It looks like Slowtoss is going to be going for an early Forge Fast expand, or not, because he did put a pylon in the base, or the natural expansion of Breaker. So he's going to be pulling probes. He knows he's in trouble. He got drones. He's got 1 probe in the main. He's got another probe down here, putting down cannons, and also putting down a gateway. I'm not sure what's going on here. Was that a misclick or no? Another pylon coming down. These drones gonna be going to work on this cannon. They gotta take it out. Can't get a good surround on it because Slowtoss was able to put a building on the other side of it. Good pylon placement. Cannon is gonna finish, so those cannons do 2-shot drones and lings. So Breaker's gonna have to pull out of there, otherwise he's gonna be losing way too many drones to that. So Slowtoss, I'm sorry, I said he's gonna go Forge Fast expand. No, did I say that? No, I take that back. He's gonna be putting out a cannon at his main base, right next to this pylon and forge, tucked in between both, so it's protected from any kind of surround. The reason he's doing this, you might be wondering why is he doing this? It's because he's trying to cover his ass for any type of counterattack. You know, as a Zerg player, you're not going to be able to attack this unless you amass a bunch of units. He's getting more cannons. He's got 2 cannons at the natural expansion. He's going to stop and prevent his Zerg opponent from expanding, but behind this he's got 2 more cannons coming down from his main base, getting his gas now. So Slowtoss is in a pretty good position to be in. I mean, he hasn't expanded. He hasn't gotten he has gotten a gateway. So he might be trying to produce some zealots and maybe possibly come in here and attack. But Breaker's got a spine crawler, and he's also how many? He's got 12 harvesters. That's not too good. Not too good. He needs to get more of those. Yeah. As a Zerg, you never want to be down in harvesters compared to any opponent, especially a Protoss. Because if the Protoss is out spending you and also has a better production, you're done. You're just done, son. He's gonna get that death ball and you're just gonna walk straight. He's gonna walk straight into your base and you got nothing to stop him. Nothing. You got nothing. Maybe some swarm hosts because they're annoying and I hate them. But I'm not biased, I swear. Okay, so what's going on? Both players. So if you're wondering what league this is from, this is a diamond game, but it is a diamond game off of a Korean server. It's the Korean Taiwanese server. So that's basically like Masters in America or a North American server. You might be like, hey, yehdawg, that's not true. Diamond in America is just as good. No, play on the Korean server. Try it. I dare you. I came here 2 years ago and I tried during Wings of Liberty time. Tried to play on the Korean server. I was almost diamond then in the North American server. And I was getting spanked by like silver players in Korea. They don't play around. It's like everyone's good at StarCraft in Korea. So the league's only reason they matter is because they just mean they gotta divide you somehow. So like, oh, you're kinda good, you're really good, and you're godlike like Flash. That's how they divide people in Korea. Whereas in America, it's like, oh, you are pretty bad, you need to practice. Oh, you're getting better. Oh, I guess you're pretty decent, you can be there. And then, oh, you're good at this game. No, not the case in Korea. But let's get back to the game. So Nidus Canal is going to be coming down from Breaker, so he knows he's contained. He knows he's got to do something. So he's going to be going for a Nidus network and also an infestation pit. So that's a pretty interesting choice. Usually you'd be going for maybe swarm host, or maybe just like a bunch of roaches, and you just want to break into your opponent's base and just completely wreck him if he doesn't catch where it's going to be. But Slowtoss not going to be going for his natural expansion. He's going to be going for a second over here at the gold base. So this is a very unorthodox game coming out of both players. I think Slowtoss was just getting bored of the current meta. Was like, you know what? I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. No, I don't need it. Zerg? No, what are they? I'm Protoss. I can do anything. I'm overpowered. Ha! Just joking. Anyways, with the Zealot, he comes into the base, sees everything, so it's not going to be a surprise to Slowtoss that there's a Nidus network. So all he's got to do is just be super aware of his base and make sure that this Nidus network doesn't get up. And as I say that, he is not doing that at all. He's just not doing it. Oh, he does pull probes. Probes get pulled, but they're going to the other expansion. Nidus Worm does pop. What does Breaker have, though? He doesn't have anything to send over to the base. I mean, oh, wait. He got Swarm Host. He got Swarm Host. How did I miss that? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Where's that Swarm Host? Is that all you need? An infestation pit to build Swarm Hosts? Wow. It's been a while. Okay, yeah, so Swarm Host in the base of Slowtoss. He's only got 2. Bunch of probes going down, though. I mean, 4 probes have been killed by Breaker, so that's a pretty good plus for him. That's a good advantage. The Swarm Host, though, in the base of Slowtoss, can't move in too far, but these Locusts, man, they are pretty annoying because they cost nothing to build, and they do a lot of DPS. This is going to be maybe Cannon Photon Overcharge coming down from this Nexus. Mothership Core has put that down. This Spore Crawler are going to come in here, protect these Swarm Hosts from the Stargate play coming out of Slowtoss. So Slowtoss saturating this gold base, but Breaker finds out about these shenanigans. He's like, no, not gonna happen. I'm just gonna send over some lings. He's got 4 lings in his base. More Swarm Hosts being created, and an upgrade for the Locust coming out from Breaker too. So he's gonna be trying to do as much damage as possible with these Swarm Hosts. It's just a very funny game coming out of both players. He's like, you know what? You're gonna build cannons in my base. Well, I'm gonna build spine crawlers in yours. Oh, yeah. Screw your cybernetics core. It's going down, and it does go down. So he's going to be amassing Void Rays, though. Slowtoss has got 1 Void Ray out right now. He's going to be going over to his gold expansion. Going to try and protect that. I think he killed all the workers. He has 6 workers dead. So he was able to kill 2 more. And random Nidus network coming out over here, too. So it does seem like Breaker is pretty well connected around the map. Locust coming over here to the base. Oh, no. Slowtoss did produce an Immortal at his build in his production facilities across the map at the Robo facility, but it's just it's kind of trapped right here. Traps. It's a sad day to be an Immortal. He's like, I know I'm fat, I gotta lose some weight, but you know, I'm just big boned. You know, it's how Immortals are born. We can't just accept me for how I am, man. You're still a useless Immortal. You can't get out there. You can't attack. Photon Overcharge comes out again. On this Nexus, going to be trying to take out this Spore Crawler, but this Spine Crawler, this Mothership Core does go down, and the Spine Crawler is alive still. So the Mothership Core is gone. So he's going to need to produce that again. He's not. He's going to be focusing on putting out workers. So Breaker is going to be losing a Queen to these Void Rays. Oh, but he's nice Transfuse coming out. This Spore Crawler doing a lot of damage against that Void Ray. This Void Ray going to be pulling back. Can't break these 2 Queens. Another Nidus Worm is going to be coming out for Slowtoss, but in the meantime, he still has not saturated this base fully. I mean, he just realized his probes were idle, so he just put them to work right then. More Locusts coming out, trying to prod and poke at these buildings that are containing him. He did build a shuttle to pick up that Immortal. He's like, God, I gotta save your ass. Come on, I'm gonna pick you up. I'm just gonna hold you. Not even gonna drop you. Not gonna do it. You and me are in it together. So he still has not gotten Warp Tech. He still has not gotten Warp Type. He's just going to be investing in air. These Locusts doing work at the main base of Slowtoss, though. He's going to be losing a Void Ray. And these Queens just going to be going slap happy on this Stargate. And that's going to be going down. More Locusts coming out. So if we look at the unit count, he's got 5 Locusts out right now, as compared to 2 Void Rays and 1 Immortal that's still... oh, Oh, yep. So these Void Rays in the main base of Breaker, but he's just got a lot of queens. He's got, how many queens does he have? He's got 3 queens. So he came back. Oh, he came through the Nidus Worm network. Oh, okay, so that was a pretty good move. Slowtoss is like, all right, this is lost cause. I'm gonna be moving out of here. I'm gonna go to another base. I got my gold base up and running. So how much is the income? So it's pretty even income as of now. He's got 37 probes for the Protoss player as compared to the 22. So that's a good position for a Protoss player to be in. If you have more probes than your Zerg opponent who needs to drone up and have the economic advantage to, you know, just to overwhelm you with units, that's a good position as a Protoss. I mean, he's got two more Stargates and +1 air attack coming out. So he's gonna. It looks like Slowtoss is gonna be investing heavily in getting getting the air superiority. These Void Rays gonna be coming out though, but Breaker's like, nah, no. These queens, you see my queens? No, you can't break this queen line with just 2 Void Rays. These probes gonna be coming over here to these cannons to try and protect themselves against those lings. Good move by Slowtoss, but he still doesn't have these probes rallied to anything, and he's gonna have to protect this base with just probes. He's gonna be losing a bunch. He's got 18 probe kills by Breaker, so that's a pretty good position to be in as a Zerg player. Like, that's a decent amount. You only want to be producing like maybe like 70 to like 80 probes or workers in a game, so losing about 20, that's about like a fourth of how many workers you want to be making in the game. So that's a good position for, I mean, that's a good spot for Breaker to be in. He's going to get the advantage in that, especially if he decides to expand himself and to drone up behind that. But the thing is, he's only functioning off of 1 base. So though locusts are good and those swarm hosts are good to contain your opponent and to do a lot of harassment, considering he's going to get this cybernetics core before Warp Tech comes out. Oh, he's going to get it. He knows. Oh, it's so close. Don't do it. You're going to hurt me. As a Protoss player, you're hurting me. Oh my god. Yeah, cybernetics core does go down. He's going to be coming at this gold expansion of Slowtoss with everything he's got. He's got like 6 queens in here, just throwing darts. So many poisonous darts. And you got locusts coming here that are upgraded. And if you look, he hasn't upgraded ranged attack or anything, so he could be doing a lot more damage. But the thing is, you don't want to be spending that much money on it anyways, because he's got only what? He's only got 1 base that's mining right now. And this Immortal going to be coming in here, going to destroy this Spine Crawler. And that's really about all it does. This base for Slowtoss at the bottom location, though, is fully saturated. I think you could even say it's oversaturated with probes. I don't know how many probes that is, but that seems to be all the probes he's got. 32 probes at that 1 mineral patch. Okay, that's a little excessive. Good spread of these creep tumors though across this side of the map. So it doesn't even seem like a game from one side to another. It's just gonna be like a horizontal game between these players. It's just gonna be a horizontal game, guys. They're switching it up. They're switching up the meta in Korea, man. People tell me that the Korean server is just different. It's just different, and I can attest to that just by watching this game. If we look at how many Void Rays are out for Slowtoss as of now, he's got 4 Void Rays just going around the map. They are not even +1 upgraded. Yeah, that upgrade died. That died. So he's just going to be producing Void Rays. That's all he's going to be doing. That's all. He's trying to get this base up, but those lings were able to deny it. These drones... Oh, no! Is he going to... Okay, no. He's going to be going for the expansion of... a natural expansion of Slowtoss. So they're basically just switching sides. It's like a tag team match. They're like, hey... Oh, and he's, you know, since he's got Nidus Network connecting both sides, he can just jump back and forth. He's got to be careful, though. He doesn't want to lose these Swarm Hosts to these Void Rays, which are pretty much charged up at this point. These Queens, though, there are a lot of those, so they're going to be able to focus down these Void Rays. He's got to be careful and not lose those Void Rays, considering that he doesn't have many to begin with. He's only got 4. Producing 2 more right now, and these Swarm Hosts are going to be shooting a bunch of Locusts out here. Going to be trying to take out these cannons and possibly get this natural expansion back and running. The hatchery that's up at the natural expansion of Slowtoss is going to be popping soon, but Slowtoss is like, you know what, I'm going to take back my side of the map. Going to go for this expansion, going to get a second base up. Nexus comes down, takes both the simulators. But these Locusts are going to be able to take out these production facilities of Slowtoss. Going to take out this gateway, going to take out this robotic facility. But another Nidus network is coming out for Breaker. He loves these Nidus networks, man. I mean, this one dies. It's done. He's gonna be like putting this one up. I don't know how much is income right now. He's at 18 harvesters. That's nuts. How do you get money, Breaker? you're broke, man. So Ling come out. He knows that of this base. He sees it. I think there was a overlord somewhere around here. Yeah, there it is. Was able to scout it. He's gonna be sending some Lings in here. Oh no! All the probes coming over here from Slowtoss, just kind of sitting here. They're not being told what to do. They're just like, what? What, you think we're gonna do stuff on our own? No, man. Slowtoss coming in with these Void Rays, gonna be able to take out those annoying Lings, but you know they take out that assimilator, which isn't that big of a loss for Slowtoss. But still, you don't want to be losing. You don't want to keep losing your facilities. These Void Rays coming in, need to take out that Spore Crawler. You're gonna be able to take out that Nidus network, and then they do spot this expansion at his original natural expansion. Do they? No, they don't. So they're not gonna be able to take that out. There's another Nidus network coming up from across the base, just in case he needs to reinforce that, and more locusts. The never-ending stream of locusts, which everyone hates. Everyone, even spectators hate locusts because it's just boring to watch them produce. Come over here, waddle over here, shoot, vomit on buildings, and then die. Because you know why? You know why people don't like that? Because it reminds them of their own mundane lives. They're like, oh my god, it's just as repetitive as my life. I wake up, I go to work, I vomit, I come home, I sleep, and then I'm gonna die. And then my children are gonna do it. And then they have like existential moment where they're like, oh my god, this is life. But anyways, that's just my really messed up interpretation of Swarmos. But yeah, another base coming out from Slowtoss. Slowtoss is gonna be switching bases. This is a game of tag. It's like Slowtoss has finally gotten how many units? He's gotten 8 Void Rays, which is a decent count. I think it gets you hit a critical mass with Void Rays when you get around like 12. 12, it's like, oh god, that's just, they'll kill anything in like a second. It's just like them switching targets like bzz, 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 and you just zap everything to death. Especially if you get over here on top of a bunch of Swarmos, they're just gonna melt away to these Void Rays who aren't upgraded. He's getting a robotics facility up, so he knows he's got to deal with these locusts somehow, so he can get the Colossus. But he doesn't have a robotics facility though, so he needs to get that. One Ling over here spots the expansion for Slowtoss, who is currently supply blocked, so he needs to get that dealt with. And another expansion at the natural of Breaker has gone up. Is getting that saturated. Needs to get some of these drones mining gas. They need to mine some. Oh, but he's got an excessive amount of gas, so I guess he doesn't really need that. It's gonna be still going for Swarmos. Two more Swarmos coming out for Breaker, and then Slowtoss. He's just gonna be chrono boosting out this extended thermal lance, and he needs to get a robotics facility though, because otherwise he's just gonna get the upgrade and not have anything to build with it. He's got pylons across the map. If those go down, he's gonna be supply blocked. This observer has just been running around the entire map, just trying to find any other expansions of Breaker. As long as Slowtoss can keep Breaker contained and limit how many expansions he can get up, he can still gain an edge in this game. At this point, it's anyone's match. I mean, Slowtoss is not too behind. I mean, if you look at the income, they're pretty much. Oh, actually, Slowtoss is like half, but that's okay. That's just fine because he's got 39 harvesters. So as soon as this base gets saturated, he's in a pretty good position. But that's a lot of queens, man. How many queens is that? That's 13 queens. I just saw a post on Reddit where some guy has this strategy where he just gets like maybe 80 supply in queens, and then just sends them across the map with a bunch of ultralisks, and then people are just raging. He took screenshots of it. It's kind of hilarious. You should check it out. But that's kind of what this reminds me of. He just got a bunch of queens, a bunch of Swarmos, who are then gonna send their locusts across the map. Oh my god, if this cybernetic score goes down again while he's trying to get this upgrade, I will cry for him. On behalf of Slowtoss, I will cry. He's got this base up and running, so as you see, he is now surpassed Breaker in terms of economy. But, oh yeah, oh no, they're going to be focusing down the cannons. Oh, and this cybernetic core is going to live to see another day. Unless these locusts decide to come in and totally destroy it. No, they're gonna come in. No, don't. Oh, it does go down. Yeah, this base is gonna be being completely just harassed by these queen and Swarmos, and these locusts are just gonna keep streaming and just doing damage to this base of Slowtoss. Don't tell me you're just gonna switch again. Yeah, he's just gonna switch again. But it looks like he's going for a Twex switch. a tech switch as well. He's going to be going for these robotics facilities. So it does look like he's done producing these Void Rays, who did go in here and tried to face off with these queens, but these queens too buff. I'm sorry, that heal, that transfuse micro on those queens, you're not going to be able to break it. Not with this many Void Rays. Wow, I think somebody's at my door. Somebody's at my door. 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. I thought somebody was at my door to complain about how much StarCraft was being resounding. With how much StarCraft was coming out of my room. So, Breaker gonna be seeing this gold base getting taken again. So the thing about having a Swarm Host army is that it's not very mobile. They just stay in one spot and then keep giving birth to locusts. It's a pretty depressing life for a Swarm Host, if you ask me. So they are going to be taking out the robotics Robo Bay of Slowtoss, so it doesn't look like any Colossus are going to be coming out. I mean, just these two, because they were made beforehand. Another Robo Bay being dropped by Slowtoss. This is just a crazy game. This is just nuts. This is just, it's like island hopping. You're just jumping around. Yippee, 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 woohoo! Breaker taking out this base. And Slowtoss is like, nah, I don't care. I'm gonna jump to this base. I don't like that base anyways. But these Colossus are out, not upgraded at all. But then again, neither are, you know, Breaker's units. But it does seem like Breaker does have the supply lead. So if he keeps up this income and this economy, he's gonna be able to produce and outmax before Slowtoss. Because even though Slowtoss has a greater economy, has 2 mining bases, and I think he does have the probe count. Yeah, he's got 53 probe count, which is really high. He still has to produce all his buildings again, but in his base, he's got tried to send his Void Rays. Nothing really happened. Breaker says GG for no reason. Is that just bad manner? Is he saying GG, man? You're done. And yeah, I think that's what he said. He's sending Lings into the base of Slowtoss over here in the top left-hand corner. These probes need to just run, dog, just run. He's gonna be losing all those probes. 60 probes. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity, they all go down. And so is this base and the dreams of Slowtoss as well. He's got no units producing right now. He's got, I mean, Colossus, but the thing about Colossus is they're expensive, squishy units. You gotta have them in the back firing at something like with Zealots in the front. Otherwise, they'll just get focused down. Even by Lings, they can just surround them and do a lot of damage. As Colossus is going to be going down. He's got Mutas out for Breaker now too, so it looks like he's going to stop producing Swarm Hosts. He realizes that Swarm Host pretty good, doesn't have much mobility, but you only need about 7 to keep producing those Locusts. These Queens going to come in here, need to be doing those transfuses on those Queens. You've been losing 1 or 2, but it doesn't matter. They're just slowly walking over here, just lifting up their dresses and coming over here, and it looks like Slowtoss is going to be calling GG at that point, and that's game for you. That is a diamond match on the Korean server, just so you know. And I know you're probably thinking, hey, yeah, dog, you said people are good, but that was just cheese on both sides. What kind of game is this? This game was just a bunch of dudes jumping bases and Nidus worms and queens and locust and you know, just unorthodox play. And you know what I have to say to you? That's StarCraft, man. That's StarCraft. That was a fun match coming out from both players. I don't know who uploaded this game, whether it's Breaker or Slowtoss, but, you know, hats off to you. Especially if you're Breaker, man. You won this match. You won this match with those queens. You won those match with these locusts, and you just win at life for posting this replay for me to cast, man. You're great. You're awesome. I hope you enjoy this cast. Great play coming out of both players. I can't offer too much analysis in this game, considering that there wasn't much strategy going on. It was just who could survive. This was just, if I could make an analogy as to what this was, it was just 2 guys who were just basically there's a door and a giant staircase, and they're just running up the staircase, and as they're running up the staircase to run through the door of victory, we're just toppling over each other, pulling each other's hair, pulling each other by the legs, pulling pants. It was ugly. It was ugly, but that's just what they had to do, and it just seemed like Breaker was able to get that economic advantage by getting these bases up. I mean, he was playing a risky game because he was only off 1 base all the way up until like the 20-minute mark. So he was able to get this base, the second base, his third base, and was even trying to get the natural expansion of Slowtoss at one point. So by getting those bases up and mining, he was able to produce some units and actually get an army up. And the thing is, his income wasn't as good as Slowtoss's at one point, so if he lost that army, he would have been in a bad position, but he didn't actually lose too many units throughout this game. If we look at units lost, he lost 10,000 resources as compared to the 22,000 of the Protoss. So the Protoss did have a better income, did have a better lead, but he just kept losing units, kept losing bases. I mean, how many times did he have to rebuild a Nexus and switch over to different locations? Probably like 5 or 6. So interesting game coming out of both players. If you like this match and you want to see more, please subscribe. Stick around. There will be more matches coming out of yehdawg. And also, if you like the match, please like it and share it too. If you're a Breaker or Slowtoss, share it with your friends. Be like, wow, man, this guy casted my game and it was funny. Look at it. And yeah, leave some feedback, leave some comments. I'd like to hear from you guys. And also, if you want to co-cast, you want to do anything like a joint cast with me, just send me a message or on Facebook, or send me a message on Reddit, or send me a message on my Gmail account with some info, and I'd be down to talk to you. I got Skype, I got instant messenger, I got Facebook. There's tons of ways to get in contact with me, so I'd love to hear from you. So that's it for me today, and expect more casts coming out in the near future, probably tomorrow. So yep, that's me, that's yehdawg, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.